Starting with the question 1, so it was just easy. You just replicate all the index that you have used in the previous assignment and just give it the color. That's it. You just pass the whole index with the color variable in here and use the input layout as in color 0 append, and that's pretty much it. Going towards the question 2, where you need to replicate the vertices, you need to replicate them. You just go there and make all the vertices that you need and index that you need, and then give each one as a separate color, and then that's not a big deal. Going towards the question 3, where you just swap out the color with the position and it suddenly stops working. You put the color first and then the position. You basically just need to go and change your input layout style. You just put the input layout first and then position in the bottom. You need to make sure that your variable types are same that you need, and then may append this one and get this one as a 0, and it should pretty much work out easily. Going towards the question 4, for question 4 you need to have a buffer here that says that you have a float 4 array over here that stores the color, and in the index, in the vertex and data also you need to change this to integer because you're passing an integer into vertex data. Rest all stays the same, whereas in the vertex shader you just say that the position of the return pixel data is going to be the same, but the color is going to be the one from the array, and the .com, you can see that .com comes from here, from here, and that is the array, that is the index number of the color. Going on the CPP file, you need to change your color and use the format that is suitable for the int. I selected this one and it worked perfectly fine. You passed all the variables as a int, where it is 1 and 0, wherever you want 1, wherever you want 0s. And you don't have to change pretty much other than that, because this takes the size of simple vertex, so it doesn't change anything that you have to change. You need to create the buffer for this. Yes, so here I made a new buffer description, that is new color, set the variables, that set the settings and parameters same. You can get that easily on the video, and then you create the buffer over here, and then you create the buffer over here. You update the sub resource, and then you set the constant buffer before the input layout, and that's pretty much it. It works perfectly fine. Going towards the further work, the difference between the constant buffer and the shader constants is shader constant is like a universal, and the constant buffers are the subset of the shader constant. Shader constant contains the constant buffers and the texture constants. Constant buffers are faster to change them or update them as they are in the same bus or like in same address. They are on like together they are. And whereas the texture constants, they are stored as an arbitrary number. And going on the second question, the intent was to get this one, but instead we get this one. That's the main reason, is because all the part that the pixel shader is going to do is going to manipulate the pixels that are going to be on the triangle and not other than that. So we can see that the color goes towards the whiter as we go outside of the triangle and gets darker or black as we go inside of the triangle.